Hey, what's going on guys? Adam here with AmericanMuscle.com. Today I'm bringing you a quick overview and install of the AEM Brute Force Cold Air Intake in Gunmetal Gray, fitting all 2015 and newer 5-liter F-150s. In this video, I'll be going over the functionality and expectations of the AEM Brute Force Cold Air Intake in Gunmetal Gray, as well as its materials and construction, and I'll top everything off with the installation, which I'll tell you up front will get a solid 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter, making this one of the easiest mods you can do to your rig. So let's jump right into it. So the AEM Brute Force Cold Air Intake in Gunmetal Gray is going to be for all 2015 and newer 5-liter F-150 owners out there looking to upgrade over their factory airbox to something a little more free-flowing with an overall better performance that actually has a more unique design with a gunmetal gray tubing finish. So this product from AEM is representing one of the best brands on the market when it comes to cold air induction and will completely replace your factory airbox, everything down from the tubing to the air filter, airbox, and the actual neck itself. Now with that said, this one will unfortunately tack on just a few extra dollars onto the price tag. Overall, not too big of a difference, but I do want to point out this is a no tune required, so ultimately it does save you money in the long run. Now speaking of no tune required, this option will utilize the mass airflow and not the speed density. However, it will not require a tune to make this work with your computer. Now with that said, I don't want you to expect the world of difference when it comes to horsepower and torque. I would expect, however, single digit gains, a little bit of throttle response increase, and maybe even an increase in fuel mileage very slightly, but it overall will make a difference in engine sound, giving you a more aggressive, more attractive sound coming from under the hood, which of course is always a plus. Now, if you are looking to maximize the performance possibilities of your 5-liter V8, then you might want to check out some of the tune required options out there. Now, of course, they will run you a little bit more when it comes to the price tag, and of course, it will require you to have that handheld tuner or to somewhere get it tuned. But then again, it will give you that little bit of horsepower bump over the no tune required options, but it ultimately comes down to what you're looking to get out of the cold air intake when you're shopping around. Now, another thing I want to point out before going any further is that this option, unfortunately, will not be 50 state smog legal. So if you are located in an emissions restrictive state such as California and you're driving that 5-liter V8, unfortunately, this option will not be street legal in your area and will be intended for off-road use. Now, if you are looking for something to fit your California emissions restrictive states and things of that nature, there are other options on the site you might want to check out to fit your needs. Moving along to the materials and construction portion of the video, I do want to point out this was manufactured right here in the USA out of a CNC mandrel bent 6061 aluminum tubing for a smooth and unrestricted airflow, a complete upgrade of your factory option. Now, what makes this option stand out is the gunmetal gray powder coated finish to give it that underhood styling and added aggression. The filter from AEM is a dry filter utilizing an oil-free synthetic filter media for improved airflow and filtration. The good thing about this is it is rewashable and reusable, which of course will save you time and money from picking up a new filter every 100,000 miles, which of course is always a bonus. If this is something that piques your interest, this one will fall right in the middle of the spectrum at about $300, which in all honesty isn't a very bad price for this option given that it is one of the top-notch brands on the market with a very good air filter, improved airflow and quality overall. The only downside being that it isn't 50 state legal, so it obviously depends on your preferences and your local laws. So shifting gears over to the installation portion of the video, like I said in the very beginning, this one is going to be easy enough for anybody to take care of. One of the easiest installation jobs you can actually do to your 5-liter V8, which is why this one gets done in about 30 minutes or so in the driveway at home with a simple ratchet and socket set, getting a 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. Kicking things off, all you have to do is unbolt and unclamp your factory system from the tubing down to the airbox and the filter, setting all that factory hardware and stuff aside. All the new hardware is provided for you in the kit directly from AEM, and all you'd have to do is install that aftermarket stuff in reverse order, clamping and bolting everything down for safety. 30 minutes tops in the driveway at home, a 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. Well guys, just to wrap things up here, if you're the owner of a 2015 or newer 5-liter V8 F-150 and you're looking for a way to pick up an aftermarket intake system that'll completely improve overall your airflow and of course does not require a tune, you might want to check out the AEM Brute Force Cold Air Intake in the very attractive gunmetal gray, available right here at AmericanMuscle.com.